Welcome to another episode of the Market Makers in Middle East and Africa podcast. I am your host Abrar Hussain. Today I speak to Haisam Odeimeh, the Group CEO of Financial Services at Ramz Group. Haisam, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for hosting me.
Haisam, very interesting profile. You had a long career in the consulting firm and then setting up banks. Tell us your story.
I started my career with a Big Four firm here in the UAE. Spent considerable time, about 11 years actually. Did quite a bit of work in capital markets, banking side of business, before being presented with an opportunity to help in the building of a startup Islamic bank, which I took the opportunity to do that. Spent some time building up the bank, and subsequently an opportunity presented itself to help in the building of a non-banking financial institution here in the UAE as well. And 8 years later, here we are. I'm here with you, sitting with you in this meeting.
Perfect. Now you're working at Ramz. Tell us a bit more what the company does and what is the mission and the vision of Ramz.
Ramz is a public joint stock company listed here on the Dubai financial market in the UAE. We're a non-banking financial institution that provides a variety of services, including asset management, brokerage, market making, research, as well as corporate finance, mergers and acquisitions and related services.
Yeah, and how do you see, Ramz kind of transforming the financial services in the region, or what new innovative things you are doing, to offer different services to the customers?
We've done quite a lot on regional capital markets, particularly in the space of market makings. We're one of the first and the leading market maker in the region. We've contributed to formation of regulation across the region, including most recently a project that we did cross-border in a GCC country, helping revamping the existing market making and liquidity provision regulation. We're also on the forefront of robotic advisory. We've done quite a bit in developing generative AI linked tool that basically is incorporated to our trading platform, enabling trading, enabling portfolio construction for our clients.
Mm-hmm. Haisam, you mentioned that you are helping in the trading side, helping your customers. Tell us about the app that we were talking about. What is this app does? Why is unique, and why is differentiated than a lot of other trading apps?
So our trading application is proprietary. It's quite, we've built something that's quite different from what you see in the market. First and foremost, this is not a CFD-based trading application. The application itself enables the user or the investors on the platform to access regional and international markets and to directly purchase shares through the application. One application does that. It's fully automated from account opening to trading to all other activities. And the biggest difference is you're actually buying the underlying shares. With the CFD structure, these are contracts for difference. What happens there is generally you're not really acquiring the underlying shares. And you're exposing to yourself to additional risks, in addition to investment risks that may exist, to a counterparty risk, the platform service provider. So that's the biggest difference. And the other element that I think is the tools. The platform provides the users with a lot of tools enabling informed decision making. And this starts with fundamental information that's provided on every security on the platform, technical information, the latest news, research reports, as well as charting capabilities. And finally, a social trading element. You will see on the platform for every security a chat taking place the first of its kind in the region, and this is UAE licensed. That basically allows a conversation between the platform users regarding the particular security or a group of securities or a sector, as the case might be. And that takes place directly on the platform. So tools that enable decision making. In the next couple of weeks or next couple of months, we're launching copy book capabilities. You can see the platform user, you can see what they're doing. You can analyze their portfolios, their history, and the performance. Again, this is the first of its kind in the region and licensed by in the UAE to operate locally and internationally. And you can decide to allocate some sums of fund to copy or to emulate what these platform users are doing, or a group of them. You can have multiple copies. In addition, we're launching robotic advisory. We call it Thor. Thor is intended to basically emulate what asset managers do. And as part of our plan, the aspiration to develop a platform that offers financial inclusivity, offering the platform users the ability to access asset managers that otherwise probably are not accessible due to size of investment. Thor will enable its users to basically create different portfolios, select investments, rebalance on its own. This incorporates generative AI, quantitative modeling, and basically it's a tool that's designed to look after your investment portfolio.
Mm-hmm. I mean, one of the interesting things that you mentioned, Haisam, is that you will have the user will or your customers will have the ability to buy real shares. So how do you see in traditionally happening is buying CFDs involves a lot of risk which you will avoid, and you will bring more transparency. So what you will achieve with that, and what risk customers or users can avoid when they join your platform?
Yeah, I think with CFDs, the bait is typically come trade with us for free, and this sounds good for the average investor, but involves quite a bit of risk. What happens in these cases is the underlying securities is not acquired, and this is good and fine as long as the service provider is in good standing. If that is no longer the case, it means your savings, your egg nest, becomes at risk. We've seen that with the XFT and other market participants that overnight disappeared, without any warning whatsoever. In our model, and actually this is the traditional model, the underlying there's a segregation between a Ramz as an institution and its clients' portfolios, its clients' funds. Should anything go wrong, God forbid, with a Ramz, the assets of clients, whether it's securities or cash, are not at risk.
Mm-hmm. And the other thing you said, that when any user buys, it buys the real security.
That's right. The transaction will be reflected directly on the market. It will be in the records of the market. For shares that are in the GCC, for the most part, the shares is actually registered directly in the name of the investor. Cross-border or cross-region in that case, there's a third-party custodian that will hold the share for the benefit of clients.
Mm-hmm. And Haisam, where all you have launched this app and what has been the response? Which countries you are operating currently?
At this moment, currently, it is GCC and US. And this is an integrated, seamless journey at the moment. And every period we're adding more markets to the suite of markets that we have. But US is probably, and the GCC, the largest chunk for the time being.
Mm-hmm. When users go to the apps, be it trading app or any other app, I think one of the major concern is the data security, right? And when they add any personal or any financial data, how you make sure that this is very well protected, and what measures you take for the Ramz app so that you give a confidence to the customers?
I think this has been since GameStop, this has been a burning topic globally on financial applications, trading applications, and financial applications at large worldwide. And what's happening is either the trading orders itself are passed down to aggregators or market makers, or the data of clients or some masked version of it is being shared with third-party interests for capital markets, creating behavioral analysis and other uses. This is an issue. Unfortunately, the fine print in the account opening of most trading applications includes something to that effect. We don't, but this is an issue globally with the trading applications.
Mm-hmm. And coming to the partnerships, what approach you take, when you partner with different institutions, how you form partnership, and how you make sure that these partnership kind of gives more value to your customers?
I think partnerships at large are growth accelerators. We look at long-term strategic partnerships with like-minded organizations that share our values. We have quite a few of those, and we cherish those very much.
Mm-hmm. And coming to the overall, because you operate in the full GCC, Haisam, and you have spent a significant time, how do you see the overall financial services sector in UAE and across GCC? What are the opportunities that you see in general, and what are the challenges you see in the whole GCC?
I think we're fortunate to be in this part of the world. We have IPO after IPO. This is UAE, Saudi, and other GCC countries. Growth rate has been steady for the last, extended period. I mean, save for the impact of the geopolitical, issues, the outlook is very positive. Plenty of growth opportunities in different sectors. We're seeing influx of people from around the world to come to this part of the world. So the outlook is very positive, financial services and otherwise.
Mm-hmm. And you mentioned something about a very interesting thing that you are doing, which is, I think, at the forefront of the industry is using AI, right?
That's right.
This Thor that you mentioned, kind of a virtual asset manager. Can you tell us how you use AI and more about this feature that you are, talking about, and how it will help the customers?
Yeah, so Thor is designed basically to emulate what asset managers do. As you know, there's a barrier to entry when it comes to asset management. Generally speaking, you need to have sizable savings in order to access, the quality asset managers. And what this tool does basically is it emulates what is done by asset management. And in addition, it basically handholds the investor, answering any questions that may arise. So it has kind of like a prompt that you can ask questions about what does this mean, what is good for me. And in addition, it uses visuals to help you in constructing portfolios, in making day-to-day investment decisions. This has been actually approved by the local regulator. This is the first of its kind in the region. Mm-hmm. And we are in rollout phase as we speak right now. It should be live in the next by the end of the year for sure.
Mm-hmm. And what other things you will be doing which is very innovative than the market in the app, or which you will provide, and what has been the response so far?
I mentioned Thor, and in Thor we have multiple phases. The first phase is you're prompting Thor in order to give you an answer. You can ask it how much cash on the balance sheet of a company, what is the price of this, what is the PE ratio, any question regarding capital markets or any security listed on capital, or your portfolio for that matter. Mm-hmm. Or you can ask it to create a portfolio. That's phase one. Mm-hmm. Phase two is it being in active mode. So Thor has an active mode that you can activate. And while you are on a Ramz trading platform, or a Ramz platform, not just trading, If you're about to make a financial decision of consequence, it will prompt you. If the odds of this decision being, let's say you place an order to sell or to buy, and that order appears to be premature or perhaps aggressive, a mismatch with your risk profile, it will alert you. Hold on, you might want to look at this piece of information, this news, this technical chart, this, and so on. So the phase 2 is one of the things that are coming. The other one I mentioned briefly, copybook. This is gaining traction globally. Again, this is licensed to operate locally by the local regulator, the ability to do and to see. Actually, you don't need to copy. Some platform users will be public, and you can see what they're doing and get some insight. Again, the whole idea is financial inclusivity, giving access to the platform users to see what others are doing, what are they talking about. This is through social trading, getting ample information about every constituent of the stock exchange, as well as the tools to make more informed decision making, including generative AI.
And one thing that I've seen in a lot of apps is the leverage. So you, as Ramz trading platform, will be providing leverage and other features to the users.
Yes, we already do, although I need to caveat that this isn't similar to what you see on other platforms. As you know, in many jurisdictions, CFDs are either completely banned or heavily restricted. And really the main issue there is leverage or some issues concerning aggregation of the sale of trade orders to aggregators, market makers, etc. In our case, leverage will be available, but it will not be at the same magnitude that you see at other platforms. This is quite risky, and one of our goals, one of our established goals for the platform is to deliver top returns for investors. This is something that we keep as a goal for us. As you may be aware, one of the issues of trading platforms is the loss ratio. According UK and in European data, the loss ratio on CFD-based platforms is anywhere between 75 to 90%.
Wow.
And our target is to do the opposite, to deliver maximum return, to aid the platform users in getting maximum return, to giving them the tools that are necessary to make the right decisions.
And one of the things, Haisam, that we have seen is to build a very good business, you need help of top talent and then the regulations. So how do you see both of these things, and how you navigate bringing the top talent and the regulation in different countries, because you have to launch the app, license in UAE, but operating in a lot of countries. So how you navigate on those?
It's a challenge that we're working through. I think what worked well for us, to an extent, I must qualify, is everyone feeling to be purpose driven. Everyone is on board and they feel they own that this delivery that we're doing. As I said, we own this platform, the coding, it's a proprietary product, including the quant models, including the generative AI. All of this is built in-house. And I think being part of this delivery, part of this journey, has given everyone a purpose. And it literally feels that everyone within the institution feels that they own this platform.
Now, in the app that you're talking about, it's like what all financial instruments you will be offering, or what is currently offered, and what is the future plan or the vision of the app?
So this is a 3-year journey for us. We've currently delivered regional markets, primary US markets. We're delivering tools to enable the exploitation or the investment decision making on these markets, specifically copybook and robo, as well as social trading. The next delivery is additional markets, and this will be gradual. I think Egypt is coming next. We have India, we have Singapore, a number of markets. In Europe, we have UK. So this will be an ongoing journey of adding more products. In addition, we're also adding crypto, although we're limiting leverage and related tools of yield enhancement considerably. So a number of products are coming online in the short to medium term.
Haisam, what next for Ramz, and what do you see big things happening, and how do you see that you will add a lot of value to the users in the region and across GCC?
I think maybe in this meeting we talked a lot more about the application than Ramz at large. Each of the service line has similar strategy that they're pursuing, and perhaps within my remit this is what consumes most of my time. But the idea is to continuously develop, not just through performance and current results, and deliver something that is helping the future of Ramz and continuous building of future of Ramz. The application, I think, is doing very well. The growth rate has been phenomenal, and hope to continue on this path.
My last question: what Haisam, and first is thank you very much. It's a great conversation.
Pleasure.
What do you want listeners to take away mainly from this conversation, and how you see the technology and financial services affecting the people and helping them transform their lives?
I think for us, maybe the key messaging that I keep passing on to our team is the purpose of this is, and our understanding of the market is there's a gap in financial inclusivity. Our value proposition is designed around expanding financial inclusivity to include everyone, and offering tools to enable decision making, and doing so in an ethical manner. With so many apps offering free trading, and then when you read the fine print, you understand that actually in many cases the platform user is the product, not the customer. And our center of focus is the customer, delivering for these customers returns, helping them deliver returns through offering them all the tools, all the markets and products in order to generate returns.
Perfect. Haisam, pleasure to have you, and thank you very much.
Pleasure is all mine. Thank you so much for this.